Hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through the best way to assess your fitness levels and endurance levels when you want to compete or take part in a triathlon, a marathon, or any running event for that matter. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start with a warm-up on a treadmill. So your warm-up on the treadmill is going to be 10 minutes, and this is going to be done very, very slowly. And the way that I want you to assess whether you're doing it correct or not. So how do you know if you're doing the warm-up too fast or too slow? Well, this is what I want you to do to assess it. Think that you're in a hypothetical conversation, and while you're jogging at a very slow pace, if you're struggling to have this hypothetical conversation, then you're going too fast. If you're able to converse perfectly, then that's the perfect state of your warm-up. Okay? Now this might be a little bit difficult to understand. Another way to assess this is if you're actually on the treadmill and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 without stopping and pausing for a breath, this means that you're doing it perfectly. Okay? I'm not going to put a speed on it because the speed will be different for everybody, because as I said, everybody is on different fitness levels and ability levels. So after this 10 minutes of your slow jog, what I want you to do is I want you to get your heart rate. Now, to get your heart rate after this, what you need to do is either use your Apple Watch or your Fitbit watch if you have it. Secondly, some treadmills actually have a heart rate monitor where you can put your hands on it. But if it comes to a case where your treadmill or you don't have the equipment involved, you can stand off the treadmill and take your heart rate as quickly as possible. Now, the two ways to do that are, one, up here at your carotid artery. So you're going to put your fingers, 2 fingers here, up by your neck, just underneath your ear, and you're going to get your pulse from this way. Now the second way you can do it is at your wrist, your radial pulse. So what you want to do is have your wrist here, your 2 index fingers again, push them down here, just underneath your thumb, and get your pulse this way. What I want you to do is I want you to count your pulse, and I want you to have a timer on the side. So the timer will go for 15 seconds, and I want you to count how many heartbeats or how many times you feel the pulse in those 15 seconds. With that, you just multiply it by 4 and you have your answer. Okay? Now, once you've that done, get back on the treadmill, or if you have done that with your Apple Watch, you can continue on the treadmill. Now, for the remainder of the session, what I would like you to do is every single minute of exercise, I want you to add on 1 kilometer in speed on the treadmill. So if your warm-up, for example, is at 8 kilometers and you're done your 10-minute warm-up, on minute 10 to 11, increase the speed by 1 kilometer. Minute 11 to 12, increase again. And keep increasing this speed until you can physically do no more. I mean, you should be in a situation where you're just about to fall off the treadmill. But don't actually fall off the treadmill, but just put your legs to the side. Once you're at this situation, what I want you to do is get your heart rate again. So again, you can use your Apple Watch. If you don't have that, you can use your treadmill. If you don't have that access or equipment on your treadmill, then you can get your pulse in the way that I just showed you. So when you finish that, take your pulse immediately. The faster you take your pulse, the more accurate your result will be. If you wait 2 or 3 minutes, your heart rate is going to go down and it's not going to give you an accurate result. Now, having done this, I want you to record a number of things. Number 1, you record your heart rate again, so at the end of the session. 2, the duration of your session in total. So how many minutes, including the warm-up, have you actually run for? 3 is how fast you've gone. So what is the speed that you've gotten up to? So then that one will give you an indication of how fast you can run or your maximum effort. So those are the things that I want you to assess, and that will give us a good guideline of where you are ability-wise and fitness-wise, so a proper program can be created without just random programming put into it. Okay? If you've got any questions, just drop us a message and we're more than happy to help. Good luck.